Hey guys, so today I'm going to be going over how I go through results from a product search or a reverse search super quickly in tactical arbitrage. So speed is the name of the game when you're going through your results. So the thing that I like to do is have the product image and the Amazon image uh, pushed really close together. So you can actually move these columns around. So I would recommend keeping your two images right next to each other so you can see really quickly if they are a match or not. So these are some results from a scan I ran last night, and I'm just going to show you kind of my thought process when I'm looking through these to see which ones I want to buy. So for this first product on my screen here, this is a bundle and this one is not. Also, it's Melissa and Doug, so I know I'm restricted in that brand, so I would just skip right over that. This doesn't really look like a match at all, so I skip over that as well. This could be a match, not really sure, but a lot of Star Wars things I'm restricted in, so real quick I would just click on the button and I can see that there is a brand restriction on this. So whenever I'm not sure, I just click on this button right here and it'll tell me if I can sell it or not. This looks like a match, but we can actually see that the packaging here is slightly different. This one says refill pack in the top right, and this one does not. So by hovering over, we can take a closer look and see that that is not a match. So moving on, this one has no image. When there's no image here, I can look at the title, but I also see that this is an expensive product and it's only a 27% return. So I'm probably just going to pass on that unless the keepa chart looks really good. So another thing I like to do is hover over the keepa chart and we can see there's not a ton of demand for this product. Also, the price recently dropped from where it was at about $210 down to $175. So probably just going to pass on that one. Okay, and now we have some skateboards here. This does not look like a match. And we have a Disney Minnie Mouse set pink. So Disney, this could be restricted. So the first thing I'd probably do is check to see that we can sell this. So we can, and it definitely looks like a match. So the next thing I like to do is check the keepa chart, make sure this thing is actually selling. We can see that it has pretty good demand. So now that those two things check out, I am going to click on this button right here, which will open up the Amazon page as well as the source page. So before I buy anything, I always like to look at the Amazon page. It just gives me a better feel for how the product is doing. We can see the reviews up here. We also have the keepa chart as well, so that's really good. And another thing I like about this keepa chart is the price is really consistent. You can see this blue line changed a little bit, but if we look at the buy box price, which is what really matters, represented by these diamonds here, it really doesn't change much. It hovers right around $24, and it's been that way for about the last 3 months. So now what I want to do is click on the sellers page, and once we're here, we can take a look at all the sellers, and I only see one FBA seller here, and he's in the buy box right now. So really, this product only has one competitor. So next what I do is I narrow it down to the last month of sales by clicking on this button right here. That changes the time period, and we just count the dips in the keepa chart. So we got 1, 2, This is probably 2 sales because it's a big drop, but I'll be conservative. I'll say it's 1. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in the last month, this product has sold about 7 units. So I can expect to sell probably 3 or 4 in a month. But the last thing I like to do before I buy this product is check out how many the FBA seller has in stock, because if he only has 1 left, then we can probably go a little deeper on this product. It's 43% ROI, so it's not like, this isn't like a great find, but it definitely does have sales, and 43% is pretty good, so I'm probably going to buy this. So the next thing I do is click on the microscope over here. This will just open up the Tactical Edge feature, and what that's going to do is show us how many everybody has in stock. So we look for the FBA seller, and we can see here that he has 8 left. So he's got about a month's supply left. So all things being considered, I'm probably going to buy 3 of these because it's 43% ROI. It's going to take me about a month to go through those, which I'm okay with. It's also a pretty cheap product, so it's not really going to tie up a ton of capital. And as we can see on jet.com, we get a little discount for buying 3. So what I like to do is add those to my cart right away. And then once those are added, I will go back to this page and I will select that product. And then what I'm going to do is just add that to a folder that I call cart. So I'm just basically adding it to my cart. And then later I'll go through all those products in my cart and I will go back, make sure that I can list them first, just go through the whole process of listing, and then I will buy them. Because sometimes when you list a product, there'll be like a hazmat thing or something that you don't see right away. So I always list first. And when it comes to folders, really the only 2 folders I use is the cart one that I was just telling you about, and also I have a folder for out of stock products, and I set it up in my settings where it will alert me if any of those products that are out of stock come back in stock. So that's how I really go through products, and I believe this is the quickest way to do it that I've found, by just glazing over the results and seeing if the pictures match up, and then going from there to make sure if you can sell it. And then as you check off more and more things off your list, you get closer and closer to deciding whether it's a good buy or not. So that wraps it up. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will talk to you guys soon.